All right, another great vampire matchup, like taking two vampires that would not have crossed each other. The first up top is Valek, who of course is the primary vampire in John Carpenter's classic film Vampires, right? And this guy is an ancient creature, but I got him matched up against Count Dracula as he was presented in the 2004 release of Van Helsing. So let's take a look at both these guys and figure out who they are. Jan Valek is, of course, the original vampire in this iteration. He's a master of his kind, far older and more powerful than most vampires in the world. He is it. He has immense strength and speed, able to tear through entire teams of vampire hunters, very little effort. He's highly durable. He has strong telepathic abilities, especially to his followers who can get them on coordinated attacks, as he needs them. He can walk through daylight for short periods of time, but his weaknesses are traditional vampire things. Crosses, sunlight, stakes to the heart can effectively end him. He's really going to be more of a brute in terms of like his fighting style. Now, Dracula from the 2004 Van Helsing is also said to be the progenitor of vampire species. Also but not very ancient at this time, but also has extraordinary skills. He has shape-shifting ability where he can turn into a massive bat-like creature or assume other monstrous forms. He can fly, and he's got agility on his side, and he's shown some regeneration abilities which are very powerful. He's immune from vampire weaknesses. Sunlight does not directly affect him, and he doesn't seem to be affected at all by religious items in any way. So he's got some real power going on there, and he's always got his queens who operate interlinked with him, mentally as well. He does tend to get a little overconfident at times. But if we're looking at these two and it really gets into a fight, like both characters are strong, but Dracula's superhuman abilities like flight and shape-shifting ability give him a tactical advantage. Valek, while, is powerful, he'd have difficulty countering that flight. Dracula, I think, is going to be more resilient to harm. I think he's overall a stronger being. And in terms of combat skills, Valek is just like a brawler, right? He's going to go with like physical force. And in this scenario, that's not going to work out for him. While Dracula has always got like some strategy going on with what he's far more manipulative. Being able to change forms and getting flight, that's just too much. Like, Jan would put up a great fight. Obviously, he's a very powerful and very this is a deep vampire right here. But I think this iteration of him versus this particular iteration of Count Dracula, I think he's going to go down. I'm going to give this to Dracula like 7, 8 out of 10 shots. I feel like Count Dracula is going to pull this one out.